And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes her guest. He's an Eagle Scout and harsh critic of electrified showerheads. It's hashtag Al. And she's a comedian who doesn't like to brag, but she recently got a new mouthguard to sleep with. It's Jenna Kim Jones. Chef Jeff is here to confess that Gritty is more than just a mascot to him. He's also his uncle. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the Love Bus and say hello to your new best friend, Allison Rosen.
Hello, my little popcorns. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular carbohydrate was sent in on Patreon. By Sarah Miller. Yes, I am on Patreon. All sorts of fun stuff. I just put up a call for questions for 2 upcoming Patreon Friend Zone guests, bonus episodes of my Patreon exclusive podcast called The Friend Zone. You can see videos of the Thursday show. You can see videos of what we are recording right now, this very second. All sorts of fun stuff. One of our guests is wearing sunglasses, and this guest is famous for doing a character called Cool Guy. And I said,
not a character.
Everyone's going to think you're Cool Guy today. But today it's because he went to the eye doctor. And if you are a longtime listener, you know, okay, fine. I'm just going to give it away. It's my husband. And if you know, when I was pregnant, I had nightmares of him cheating on me with someone who was not only an eye doctor, but was also a professor. Hence, the eye doctor professor bitch that he cheated on me with. And now today, like no big deal, he just goes to the eye doctor who happens to be a woman. Eye doctor professor bitch. That's right. Daniel, is she hot?
Cool as fuck. No.
Is she a professor?
I wouldn't know.
Did she touch your balls or do anything weird?
Okay. Yeah. That's not weird. Like a douche.
What kind of physical contact was made?
Like, suck it, bitch.
Oh my gosh.
0. Oh, they can suck my nuts. She has like an army of people who do everything, and then she just sort of, she comes
Slides
in, she looks at your eyes, look at my balls, and then leaves. It's just like, you get a minute. It's like you won some sort of backstage pass on a radio show, you know, and you get to meet the band, and you just get like a second hi, and then they're out.
Yep. Yes. This is the place that I used to go. It's like you and 45. It feels like a bus pulled up at an old people's home. They loaded in the old people, took them all to the ophthalmologist, and there's a dish of hard candy in the waiting room, right? It's this place. But in my experience, at the very end, the actual eye doctor comes in and does like some kind of test. And for me, his hand did brush up against my face. Did her hand brush up against your face?
No contact whatsoever.
Really?
She's very odd. Up your butt, I would say. And she does this thing where she'll come in and you have this very rapid interaction with you, almost manic, and then you
like
think
manic
that, like,
in a sexual way.
Yes, yeah, we're just boning like crazy. Oh, is that what you meant by physical contact?
Yes, boning.
Oh, so yeah, tons of it. No, and then when it's over, you think that she's like, okay, because you've been shuttled from one room to the next to the next to the next. You're just like, okay, like now it's time to go to this next room. But instead she just goes into another room by herself and then closes the door because she sees another patient. But there's like 0 goodbye or 0 like official like this is the end of the thing, and so you're just like launched into the hallway to drift and find your way. Like it's like what happened? You just got spit out. You just get spit out.
She ghosted you. She dilated your eyes and then ghosted you.
Or maybe she just respects me enough to know that I know when it's friggin' over. She doesn't have to hold my hand.
It sounds like you didn't know, though.
I didn't.
Anyway, you
she
can
should
see
not
videos.
Respect me like that.
You can see videos of this. There's a level where you can text me and I'll text you back. All sorts of fun stuff. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen. Subscribe for a year and get 2 months free or do it month by month. It's really up to you. I'm very excited to welcome my guests. These are, to say fan favorites would really be underselling it, because these people were on the show regularly for a number of years until one day they said, we're moving to Georgia. And I said, over my dead body.
How dare you?
And then they moved anyway. And I didn't die. I just spiritually did. Jenna and Al, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Woo!
Jenna Kim Jones.
I love the new microphone.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, this is a Jeff Fox Select recommendation. I still find myself going back and forth between this one and the old one. But yeah, thank you. Someone who paid attention noticed that it's upside down sometimes, and sometimes it is. You know, it's a topsy-turvy world.
Gotta keep people guessing.
That's
keep them
right.
guessing.
So Jenna Kim Jones, Alan Moss, welcome to the show. How's it going?
Oh,
man, we are exhausting the palms of the people who are clapping.
I know. I love all the applause. It feels great. It feels great to be here. We're good. Life is crazy. Al, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Great.
I am at my standing desk that Jenna let me buy, and it is changing my life for the better.
Oh my God. Okay.
Wow.
I want to say hi to Jeff, and then I want to find out about your standing desk. Now, see, I would have never known, because you actually look lower than if you were sitting. How do you do it? Stick a pin in that. We're going to find out in a moment. Jeff Fox, hello, welcome back.
Hi, Allison. It's very exciting to be here.
Podcast boner. And then, of course, Daniel, I feel I've, introduced you and then some, but hello, Daniel, welcome back.
Hey, you can just move on.
Hey, cool guy.
Again, it's distracting how cool you look with your sunglasses on.
Hey.
I'm intimidated.
Cool
I feel
as
like
fuck.
I'm just not as cool. I'm the unpopular kid in high school all over again.
Yeah. I feel like you're judging us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am. No, go ahead.
It's
I've
mostly
never
just
been able to wear sunglasses indoors. Do you struggle with that?
Well, he has his eyes dilated.
my eyes
so
are dilated.
It feels like he's outside.
Oh. But do you ever wear them indoors?
Never.
No.
Okay. Because I immediately when I walk through a doorway, I have to take them off.
Yeah.
No. Everything's super bright for me right now. So
Oh.
I'm wearing the sunglasses.
I'm waiting for one of us to say something uncool, and then Daniel's going to go.
The truth is, I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not cool guy.
It's a visual joke.
Yeah, I'm old guy.
You're a glaucoma guy.
No, not glaucoma.
Did they? So, I mean, we're all waiting with bated breath to know what's the deal with your eyeballs. Did they find anything interesting? Any, update
They
on your tear
found
ducts?
my lost house key was in there.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how it got in there.
No, really. Anything? Any breaking eye news?
Oh, does everybody want to know about my eye doctor appointment?
Yeah.
We heard
Wow.
some of it.
Well, my prescription's a little worse. Got to get
Okay.
new glasses.
Okay. Cool.
Eyes are. I feel like the term is, I am rapidly deteriorating. That's my interpretation of things.
That's your interpretation.
That's not what the eye doctor told you.
Yeah, the eye doctor said a devastating decline, but I'm
Okay.
I'm softening it a little.
Did the word decrepit appear anywhere on your
Decrepit?
prescription?
That was they had a stamp on my form. It just said, there's a red. It just says decrepit. And then it was like, so yeah, but no, knock on wood, no diseases or anything to really worry about. Just a precipitous loss of vitality.
Yes, but
and
no,
but
I got nothing for you. You're not old.
no. Well, it used to be, like I have a hard time seeing things that are far away. Now I have trouble seeing things that are far away, and last time, far away and close, and now it's far away, close, and middle as well.
Oh,
The middle part.
So you just can't see at all.
Just you can't see.
It's just not doing great. What's that, Jenna?
And you can't hear.
Not if this is a Zoom problem. Sometimes I can't hear.
All right. Let's talk to Al and his stand. So the standing desk. Jenna let you buy it. There was some conflict, is what I'm gathering.
No, I don't. No. He keeps saying this like he's putting it on me. Like, she finally let me get one. I've wanted to get one, but she's the one holding me back.
It's very much like, you dream about something, it's something you want, and you say, no, this is a splurge. You have a perfectly good desk that you're sitting at right now, and you need an external person that says, this is okay.
No,
just do it.
Here, can I tell you what really happened, Allison? Here's what happened. Al had the weirdest. So we bought a weird house. We've told you guys about it in past episodes. A lot was wrong with it. We've really been digging out. Al had one of the weirder rooms for his office. It was lime green. It had a huge waterfall mural on one of the walls.
I remember.
And it kind of smelled weird.
Like what?
And just kind of like old, stale,
waterfall
smelly house.
Like Daniel's eyes?
Yeah, decrepit.
Hey.
Yeah.
Like a stinky old lime waterfall.
There you go.
It smelled great.
So one day I walk in there and I'm sitting at the little chair we have for me to come in and sit there and talk to Al when he's working. And I walk in and I go like, we can't do this anymore. You live in this room working. How can you have the weirdest, nastiest room in the house? And it's just not fair. You spend hours in here. Let's get it done. And then it was great because we figured out that half the walls were rotted and the floor was a little rotted. So turns out it was necessary. And now he has the nicest room in the house, and I'm mad about it. So there you go.
Well, you got to trade.
I know. He's like, I go in there now. I'm like, what is this new flooring, new paint? It's all shiny. What is this standing desk? Who are you, the king? You just stand and sit whenever you want?
Very fancy.
So now you have a standing desk. And how do you like it?
It's a desk that you can just shift. So I sit in it half the day. I stand in it half the day. I love it. I was worried that my heart was going to give out. Like the older I get, the more I'm like, they say sitting is like the worst thing. And if you sit, sometimes in IT, you sit for 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
And so I was just getting really worried that like I got to be not only walking outside and exercising, but I worry like just sitting all day long. And then also you don't get as tired, like you're going to fall asleep.
Right.
Because
it's way cool. You push a button and the desk just lifts up. And then it came with all these accessories because they try to like do this cool stuff. So he has a hammock that he can hang under the desk. Yeah. It's very small, so I don't know who the hammock is for.
The hammock is for
like my daughter, who's 4, and that's
I think
it.
It's for like skinny emo people.
Is it?
Because
I'm like,
there's a weight limit.
You need to weigh 80 pounds, maybe.
The weight limit is like 190 pounds, 180 pounds, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I do not weigh 180 pounds. So if you get into it, the desk will just slowly lower, which is sort of depressing.
A hammock. Oh my God. Where did you get this desk?
I click on a lot of ads on Facebook and Instagram. And so my feed is 95% just sales pitches constantly. And it's called an uplift desk.
I'm writing this down.
They're pretty popular on Facebook, or at least on my feed.
It came with a balance board too, so he can stand on this balance board and balance while he's doing his work.
You're standing on a balance board while standing in front of your hammock desk? That sounds I would have like knocked my eye out by now.
It just allows you to change weight, like where your weight is, and I don't know. I really like it.
So wait, you just click on ads willy-nilly? That seems I cannot get my algorithm is like 100% reptiles that are shedding skin and people peeling the skin that's shedding, pulling it out of their ears and nostrils and stuff, and I cannot get them to stop giving me this. But you're clicking on ads and getting stuff you want?
Oh yeah.
How do I get out of this timeline I'm in?
Stop watching the scaly videos. Don't
I watched
watch them,
like
Allison.
one.
Don't watch them.
I try not to.
I don't know. You shared one like a whole bunch of times
I
recently,
know.
and I was like, I can't see this one anymore.
I know. Well, because the
It was
lizard's leg
intense.
looked like a lady's leg wearing fishnets, and I needed people to confirm that it was like a real burlesque can situation.
It was.
Thank you very much. Yes, go ahead, Al.
Oh, I buy stuff all the time. I bought Jenna some Bluetooth. It was a headband Bluetooth headphones.
Oh, I've seen that on
and
Instagram.
she's probably used them once just to see if
Twice.
they worked.
Twice. I did
And?
twice.
The challenge was really just that it came on a boat from China, and so it took months to get here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also like got an update on Tony Horton today. I think he's the guy who did P90X.
Yeah, the gazelle.
And he's selling some kind of supplement, So I just click on everything.
Oh, don't
Wait.
I know.
I don't think is Tony Horton P90X. I think Tony Horton's the gazelle. No,
Oh,
Tony
is he?
Little. No, Tony Little is gazelle. Excuse me. Tony Horton might be P90X.
Yeah, I think Tony Horton, he's P90X, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I was dying. I'm in my 60s, and then I tried this weird Hawaiian supplement, and now I'm a Superman again." And
Oh,
I'm like,
really?
I'm sold.
I'm on the Tim Horton diet. That's all coffee and donuts.
There you go.
I know. I'm like, that's all I thought of the whole time, Jeff. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, I have a question because Jenna, when you said that you have a special chair that you sit in when you come to talk to Al while he's working, this leads right into a question that I have. This is an issue that cool guy Daniel and I are having, which is, and now you guys have separate offices, which might solve the problem. But Daniel and I work in the same office. And this is a problem that people who work in an office together have, which is how do you indicate that you are in the midst of work and not available to have a conversation when you might look like you are available? Now, I think that the answer might just be you put on headphones or something, but I am not a person who puts on headphones a lot. So I will, like Daniel will start talking to me, but it is if I mentally have 5 tabs open in my brain. Like I am unavailable for communication because I'm like working on a problem in my head. And typically the problem I'm working on is like I'm trying to remember a lot of things and I'm like thinking, it's like I'm thinking about booking my show and I'm like plugging people into different spots in my mental calendar and I'm all like trying to remember things but I'm like, it takes me a while to tell him I can't focus on what you're saying right now. And so it ends up like I end up making it so much more rude because I just have this pained look on my face. And then he thinks I'm upset with him when really I'm not. I should have mentioned it earlier. And I feel like there's like a quick fix for this.
I'm sorry, I don't feel like having a conversation right now.
Just play that drop.
I
at any
think like
time.
a cute sign that says like, I'm in, like, there are no tabs left for you.
Yes.
You
I
know?
did. I need
You
a
need-
sassy sign.
Yeah.
At Brazilian barbecue restaurants. You have that. Have you ever been
Oh,
to one of
yeah.
those? Right, where they come and cut
Yes.
the meat.
The
The
flag.
They have that
Chiaroscuro
little
place.
thing that you like flip over.
Red
green
means
is like
no,
bring on the
greens
meat.
go.
Red is
Right.
It's an
Yeah, you
option.
need just like a little indicator. Just like, nope.
Keep moving, Daniel, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
there
do.
you
I need
go.
a little card.
You could do this. You could just put your finger on your mouth and just shush, 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 shush.
That's nice.
That's so condescending, though.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you could just put sunglasses on.
I mean, I think when I worked at Time Out New York, where we all worked, you know, we all had like little cubicles, but we were all, it was like open, what do they call it? Like farm seating or open farm or open format, or
Open
there's some
plan.
name for it. Open plan,
Open.
yeah. It was just like you'd put on headphones or something to indicate. So, I mean, I guess that's what, because Daniel will do that. He'll be like, I love you. I'm putting on headphones now. I guess that's what I could do. I just don't do that.
I think we have to physically separate ourselves.
That's
Yeah.
the problem. Al and I can't work in the same room very well because then we don't work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We just end
Yeah.
up chatting.
So
Right.
we'll just say, I'm going to go in this other room. It's not offensive. I got to focus on this.
Yeah.
And we go like, oh, thank goodness. Oh, this is great.
We don't really
I
have
can
that
watch
option.
anything I want now.
But Jenna, with your chair that's in Al's hammock room,
Yeah.
How do you know when it's an okay time to come in and sit in the chair?
I don't know. How do I know? I just knock and say, "Hey," or
Yeah, you just
text
come
you.
in and I'll say, "Oh yeah, I got time. Come on in. What's going
Yeah.
on?" Yeah.
And if you
And if
don't
not,
have
I go
time,
like-
what do you say?
I go like, "Babe, I'm like on fire right now. I'm killing it." So you just gotta like that.
No, I walk in and he goes, "Back up, turn around, get out." It's really rude. He makes that backup sound that like trucks make.
Beep, beep, beep.
Go on.
Do you really do that?
Beepo, beepo, beep, beepo, 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 beep.
I would love that though. It'd be hilarious.
No, I'll usually just tell her. I'll say like, I am like in the middle of something. I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'll tell her, I always tell people when I'm going to be available. In 45 minutes, I'm good, and then I'll come.
That
talk
helps.
to you.
Makes it feel less like you don't want to talk to me. But the reality is when Al's up in his office, I usually don't go in very often. Very rarely, because it's like I have to walk up the stairs. You know what I mean? So it's like I really need him. I'll just text him.
Now, what about vice versa, though? Al, do you ever talk to Jenna when she is in the middle of...
Yes, he
Yes.
does, but I can't hear when he does that. So he just...
I'll usually just mid-sentence stop talking and then wait for Jenna to go like, did you stop talking? And then I go, yeah, no, I'm just waiting for you. Anyway, while I have you, can I just present to you this PowerPoint? And she'll go, yeah, just do it.
It's a lot of that. I'm the same way as you, Allison. I can't, once I'm into whatever I'm doing, I cannot, I'm gone. It's like, I don't hear anything. There's nothing else around me. Goodbye, world. And then he has to physically get me to come around.
Daniel, you have a look on your face like you have something to say.
Nope. But
I can't tell.
I will say that when I'm in that state, I'll usually just let you know right away if you start talking to me. I'm usually
I know.
I can't.
I know. I need
So
to.
you could just do that.
I need to get more of that.
Just be like that. I won't take that.
It
personally.
takes me a little while because that's the thing. You're better at it. You're much more. I think it's more binary for you. Like either you're in spreadsheet world or you're not. Whereas for
Yes,
me,
that's pretty much it.
I'll think that I can fake it kind of. And then I'll realize that it's like causing me physical pain to try to listen to you, but also keep my brain where it was.
I mean,
And
to be
that's
fair-
where the...
To
What?
be fair, you're almost always in a state of having too much on your mind.
Thank you. That was fair. It's true.
And so
Oh,
the
I
look,
feel this is
your
not gonna
normal
go.
look is indistinguishable from this look you've described. And then, also to be fair,
To
Okay.
be fair, okay.
you're always annoyed when I talk to you.
That's not
So,
true.
The
Just
difference
often.
is- often.
There's a difference between always and often.
Sorry, whenever I'm talking to you about something that has nothing to do with you,
This is...
then you're annoyed.
That's not true. Just often. No, you got to pick your spots, honey.
Well, this is Allison's show.
Oh, thanks.
Well, how often are you bringing up stuff that's not about Allison, though?
I try not to do it. I really
You
do.
know what I mean? So-
I've learned my lesson.
Golly.
Yeah, I know. You're right, Jenna. It's
like, what was it you were telling me about earlier?
Today?
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, I forgot to ask. When I said, I don't have time. And then you said, oh, yeah, I forgot to ask.
Oh, man. I don't know.
There was something, and you know what? And then you're like, it was worth it, right? This is worth it.
Eye doctor.
It was like some kind of joke. It was a joke, and I
Yeah,
appreciate a
it's
joke, but it just the wind up took a long time.
And now the wind down takes even longer. I have no
know.
idea what you're talking about. I mean, I know this situation, but I don't remember.
I know. I just want to draw attention to the fact that I'm wearing Daniel's very least favorite hoodie, one that he told me I should take off and burn.
This
Now,
is
you
like when the
guys-
queen. This is like when the queen wears a brooch given to her by Obama when she visits with Trump. It's like a subtle, little fashion dig.
Oh,
Allison,
sartorial, sartorial fu.
right?
Jenna and Al, you may remember this from back when you guys.
Yes.
Thank you. We're regulars on the show. That's how long I've had it. I wore this pre-pregnancy, and then I couldn't wear it during pregnancy, and I'm now back in it. And some people would say, "Burn it, throw it away," and I say, "No, I will hang on to it and cherish it, even though Daniel doesn't like it because I love it."
I just replaced the zipper on a hoodie for Jenna, celebrating a school she did not attend.
Listen.
And that hoodie is probably what, 15?
Oh, more. I bought
20
this
years old.
sweatshirt. I have a sweatshirt from UCLA. I bought it at the bookstore at UCLA in 2003. And it's my favorite sweatshirt of all time. It is gross. It has weird stains on it. I've worn it forever, and I love it so much. And the zipper broke like 6 months ago, maybe a little longer, 9 months ago. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know how to be without this. This is I love this disgusting sweatshirt. And for my birthday, was it my birthday?
I think it was your birthday, yeah.
For my birthday, Al took it to a tailor and they replaced the zipper on it.
And she was like, really?
It's so sweet.
The
tailor was like,
yeah,
really?
no,
Yeah,
I
she
cried. It was like the greatest day of my life. I love the sweatshirt and I'm never going to give it up, even though it is, the stains are so weird on it. It has like weird, it's a weird one, but I just love it.
Yeah,
No,
what did
I
the
get
tailor?
it.
What did the tailor
was
say?
like, this? You want to replace the zipper? And I'm like, yeah, just do it. And she's like, we'll try. We'll let you know. They did great. I tried to find it on the internet. I tried to say, like, maybe I can just find, there's plenty of Bruins gear out there. Let's see what we can find. Mm-hmm. And no one makes this exact model of hoodie, apparently.
I hate that.
Yeah.
What's the story with this sweatshirt?
No story. We were on it was kind of like a little bit of a college tour. I kind of wanted to go to UCLA when I was in high school. I graduated in 2004. And so I was in California with my family and my brother was looking at grad schools. So we just did a little tour of some of the California schools. And then I bought that sweatshirt and it's one of those sweatshirts it's exactly the fit I want. I couldn't wear it when I was pregnant either. And cause it's kind of it was too tight around the belly. And so it's just an important sweatshirt to me.
I get it.
And I love it. I've worn it forever. And I didn't even go to UCLA. In fact, I applied and they rejected me. So I still love it though.
They say that you have one dog that is your soul dog. You might have a lot of dogs in your life, but there's the one dog that's you look into their eyes and it's your soul dog.
Yeah.
Jenna, that's your soul sweatshirt.
It is my soul sweatshirt. And I should have no attachment to it, but it's the perfect sweatshirt. And even my girls know it's mom's favorite sweatshirt. They oh, that yellow one. Oh man, that's mom's favorite.
Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Are you witnessing the love?
Let it go, Daniel. Let it go.
I'd prefer you had a UCLA sweatshirt. This thing is let's be clear, Jenna. It's not like she bought this thing, it looked new, and it became shabby through wear and tear. She bought it shabby.
That is
it was a shabby style.
In its favor. It has not deteriorated like your vision. It looks brand new in that it looks old.
Just fake.
It's the style.
It came like this.
Just fake.
Oh.
You want people to think that you lived a life that would have beat that thing into its current shape. But no.
This sweatshirt doesn't pass a purity test. That's your problem.
No. Just smoke and mirrors over here.
Oh man, this guy, this cool guy,
sunglasses
he
guy
is showing his age. He's like the dad at the jeans store when you're in high school.
That's right.
Don't buy jeans with holes in them.
Right.
I
In
can't
my
believe
day.
they make those.
In my day,
You're just lying to everybody who looks at you.
Oh boy.
It's a lie. It's a sartorial lie.
I have a question. Your kids go to public school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you just say Daniel?
Yeah. The kid goes to public school.
Half and half right now.
Okay.
Yes, our oldest does.
Okay. Are you allowed to take them out for, like, to go to Disneyland or to go on vacation or something like that? I feel like you're not allowed to anymore. Like, this was a thing you could do in preschool, but, like, once they're in public school, you can't anymore. You pretty much are tethered to the schedule of when you have time off. You are stuck with this schedule now for the rest of your life. What's the story?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have a first grader that doesn't take their learning career seriously. So that's pretty important.
I should have considered who I was going to with this.
Yeah,
question
I mean-
also.
What about you, Jenna?
Here's the thing. Don't get me started on school. Okay. I love school. I'm glad we have it, but I don't like living by someone else's schedule, and it's been a big adjust. I think it's more of an adjustment for me than it is for Sam. She's doing great. She loves school. She is doing awesome. And I'm like, I can't believe I have to be at this place every single day at this exact time.
It's
What
very
even
inflexible.
is this? Who's telling me? But the reality is, you can still take your kids out. Do they like it? Not really.
No.
Are they a little snarky about it? They might be, but you can still take them.
But do
I mean,
you tell
it's
what
friggin'
reason?
kindergarten. It's like,
But
what are they going to miss? Playing with blocks? Oh, you guys
Yeah.
you know what? The
Yeah.
teacher, what you do is the teacher gives you stuff to take home to make up for those days. So what we're going to do is we're going to play with blocks and then run around the yard and then say your ABCs.
But what reason do you? I shouldn't be saying this on a public podcast, but what reason do you give for the? Honestly, the reason I'm asking though is because and I cannot believe this is happening. So this is a nightmare has descended upon us. We are going to have to tent for termites. Have you guys ever done this?
No.
No.
It's a true nightmare. And so we have to vacate the premises.
Yeah.
And so, Daniel, we've been talking about going to the Disneyland Hotel. And Daniel's like, we could just go to Disneyland. And I'm like, we can't. We can't take them out of school. Like, you're not allowed to do that.
Because
do
we
it.
can't do the tenting over the weekend.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I
okay,
kind
well,
of feel like you've got that's an excuse. So
That's a perfect excuse.
I'm sure the rule is, under no circumstances can you take your child out of school because of government and nanny state
Right.
stuff. But I think because there were always kids that would go to Disneyland for like a family vacation for a week and miss school.
right.
I think tenting for termites is even like, I think you can justify that.
Okay.
I think you can take them whenever you want.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Really?
I really do.
Yeah.
It's not like you guys are doing it every week, and it's not
Right.
like your kids miss school just because you don't want to take them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like they're
'Cause I don't-
sticklers on it for their own reasons. One, they want to make sure they get all the money that they need to
Right.
get for their school.
Well, so that was
and
my
this, that,
my
and the
first
other.
feeling was like, no, they have to go every single day because that's how the school gets funding. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. That's not exactly a me problem.
But also, like
Exactly.
that kind of stuff, it's not, the school's not going to feel it.
Right.
Two
If it's
things.
one.
First of
yeah.
all, the school's not going to feel it if he's gone for 2 days. It's not like,
Nope.
Yeah.
well, how did we fall short of our budget this year? It looks like Elliot Quantz went to
Yeah.
Disneyland.
But I don't. But
No
I don't.
music
Also
program.
don't. But I don't want him to feel it. But so then I was thinking, like, well, but I also don't want the thing where we tell the school, oh, he had a cold, and then he's like, I went to Disney. You know, I don't want
Well, we're
him
not
to
gonna
have to lie.
No,
Right.
We're not
so
going to lie because
yeah.
he's a bad liar. He tells everybody everything.
No, he's a
That's
terrible
fine.
line.
He'll never pull it off
jibber-jabber.
for us.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'd have to be honest. So I just don't know how it works.
Just tell him. I
Just
think
tell them.
you just
Yeah.
do what you want to do. You are the parents. It's not like he does it all the time.
Have you done this
And-
though? And did it go okay?
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
this.
We just call the office.
We
and tell
just
'em.
we have to send like an email. So we just said like she's not
The
going to be at
trick
school
is-
today.
don't ask permission. Just tell them what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
There's
Yeah,
no
I guess
way
you actually
his
don't even
teacher's
have to have
gonna
a reason. You could just say like he's going to be out these days.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he's unavailable. I'd like to get his schoolwork.
Out of office. Yeah.
He's booked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're curious, swing by the house and breathe in the termite smoke.
Yeah.
Okay. Check up on us.
Yeah.
And the other
You
thing
guys
is,
you guys don't have to do a termite bond. You don't have all the traps around your house or anything like that.
no, this particular kind of termite, I guess, is like deep into the. They're like, the only way to get them is to gas the house. Kill all our
In
neighbors.
Georgia, you cannot sell a house without a termite bond. And they
What
have
is
to come
that?
in, and every house has these traps that go in probably 8 or 9 inches into the ground, and it draws the termites in. It's food for termites that they take back to their the
Colony.
nest colony, and it kills them all.
Oh,
Yeah,
why can't we
because-
try that?
Well, just you probably don't have as much. Georgia has one of the worst termite problems like in the country, and so
Yeah.
it's like required because when you get the bond, if they break through, then the pest control company will retreat and repair. And it's something we learned when we moved out here.
But if they're so you have those right now? Like those are in your
Oh, yeah.
house?
Mhm.
Yeah,
But-
well, they're on the outside, the perimeter of the house.
They are
Oh.
all over the perimeter of our home.
Yeah,
Do you see them, or is it like totally subterranean?
it's like they look like green discs just on the ground.
Yeah.
but they dig them into the ground.
But what I'm saying is, if this exists and this seems like a much less invasive situation, I wonder if we could just do something like this, or maybe it's like too late for that. That's more of a preventative measure.
Yeah, it's more
I
preventative.
would say it's
Got
preventative.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
no,
what they
it's
do is-
too late for that, I think.
Yeah,
here.
if they come out and put them in, then they bond it by basically
Mm-hmm.
saying our traps are so good. If they break through, we'll pay the damage, and
See,
we'll repair.
This is kind of like, why don't all dentists do the teeth sealant thing? Like if
Agreed.
if everyone can do teeth sealant, why are we dealing with cavities? If everyone could do termite prophylaxis, why is my studio going to crumble around me? I don't understand. So anyway, yeah, it's like I've now talked about it too much on too many shows, so I'll just make it actually not too much. The saga is at the beginning of the Monday show with Ryan Bailey. I recommend everyone check it out. It's an amusing, short little story, and also that episode is good. So go check that out. But anyway, to make it real fast, I saw some termite poop, which is just little wood balls, in my studio like 2 years ago. I was like, I can handle this on my own, which was a humongous error in judgment. So I sprayed insecticide in the hole. It held them at bay for 2 years. It was a humongous error in judgment. I think I just said that. And so then next thing I know, there's like 1,000 not 1,000, but a lot of, now I'm seeing like live termites in my studio.
No.
Which is a real, so now it's like actually a problem. Although I used the same insecticide and now I haven't seen them again since I did that. But if you're seeing them, then like your hand is forced and you have to tent.
Yeah.
So the guy came out and I'm like, okay, cool. Well, we could just tent the studio and hang out in the house. And it's like, no, you can't do that because apparently, I mean, I guess theoretically you could, but there's like a chance the termite gas could get in the house via electrical something or other. And there's this question of how lethal the termite gas is, but like he was making it sound like it could kill people. I'm like, is that true? I don't want to risk it.
Sure, it could.
Yeah.
Really?
Disneyland.
Yes. And then they're also really encouraging us, like, if you're going to tent the back studio, tent the whole house. But I don't know how much you guys have looked into it. It sounds like in Georgia, you have no need to. It is like a whole thing. It's not, for me, it feels like it's on the order of moving almost, but that's because I'm a very lazy person. Like, you have to basically, like, as much of your consumable food as you can eat, just eat it, get rid of the rest, because you got to like pack up all the food in like these bags, and then you have to like food, toiletries, there's all sorts of prep you have to do before they like fumigate. It's just a huge pain in the ass. And I'm not in the mood for a pain in the ass. So,
But the upside is you get to have a circus tent over your house.
Yeah, everyone knows.
And everyone
Yeah.
knows.
yeah, it's like the Scarlet Letter, but for bugs. This is what I think, and I wish someone had told me this, and still no one's told me this, but here's what I think. I think next time we move into a place, just for good measure, tent for termites before moving in, because once you're in the place, it seems like a real pain
So
in the
much
ass
harder.
to do it. Yeah. Jeff, do you have experience with any of this?
I have termites on and off, but I don't own my property, so it's
Yeah.
not really my problem. But they usually seem to show up this time of year, and I usually hit them with some insecticide, and then they go away for a long time.
You know, I should look at Snopes and find out if this is a scam. It's probably not.
I
I'll
think
be
it's
I think it's
prudent.
not.
It's prudent to do your whole property. If you found an infestation in the studio, it's prudent to do the whole property. As
Yeah,
much
But
pain
I'm in the
as it
house,
is.
though. You're leaving out the part where we have termites in the house, too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's-
Well, I wasn't there to hear what he had to say, and I'm just listening to you, and I know
you were
you're
there
a
to
liar.
see the droppings. I showed you where they were.
You might have put them there.
How
I
do you know
sprinkled
what
some
a
pepper on the
termite
floor.
looks like? I've never seen one.
The first time I saw one, I thought, what the fuck is that? Please let that not be. You know, I imagined that a termite would be like a tiny little thing, sort of like the size of the. Have you seen termite droppings before, Jenna?
No.
It looks like pepper.
Yeah.
Like white
whatever
pepper.
color your wood is, that's what it looks like. It really looks like it looks like someone
wood.
took a cheese grater and just like grated your wood. It's tiny little bits of wood. And they're kind of like uniform in size. Because it just looks like something's gnawing on the wood. So I assumed that termites were tiny little bugs, but they're actually maybe like the size of your pinky nail. They have like a tiny little red head and long wings. So I saw one and something was like, made me go like, ick, is that a termite? And I looked it up. That's how I know what they are. They're not like if I found a lot of worms, they're not the most gross bug, but
Right.
it's more like, the devastation of finding them.
I thought that
Oh my God.
based on cartoons that they would stand there and take a piece of wood and kind of chew it and spin it around like a corn on the cob
Yes.
and then turn it into a shape and say something funny and then continue eating.
Yeah.
But
That's-
So they're
that's
not
the
as
case.
snarky as you want them to be.
Yeah.
No, they don't like twist their mustache or anything. But, now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp, because you know that this is like definitely making me feel all kinds of ways. Look, it can be tough to train your brain to stay in problem-solving mode when faced with a challenge in life, such as the one I just mentioned, which is that my studio might come crumbling down around me. We have to vacate our home to deal with these termites. I don't want to deal with any of it. But when you learn how to find your own solutions, there's no better feeling. A therapist can help you become a better problem solver, making it easier to accomplish your goals, no matter how big or small. I need to talk with my therapist about the termites. She was out last week. I bet she will right size all this and she'll make me feel better about this. Look, you guys know, I would be such a different, more not well-adjusted. And I know you're thinking, Allison, you don't seem that well-adjusted, but no, you should see what I'd be like without therapy. Therapy has helped me immensely. I recommend it to everyone. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, accessible, affordable, and entirely online. Get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey and switch therapists anytime. When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/bestfriend today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/bestfriend. That's betterhelp.com/bestfriend. I also want to tell you guys about Little Spoon. Somehow the summer is already ending, and that means busy season, back to school, and regular life chaos is coming our way. One way to make your life easier? Little Spoon. Little Spoon is a one-stop shop for healthy, easy mealtime and snack time. If someone's watching the video of this, yes, there is a hair that is somewhere on my face, and I will remove it. Easy mealtime and snack time for your baby, toddler, and big kid, delivered right to your door with fresh, organic baby food for every stage: toddler, toddler and kids meals, and even picky eaters love, and healthy snack time with their new smoothies line. Little Spoon has you covered. Most of the baby and kids food at the grocery store is heavily processed and often on the shelf longer than your little one has even been in this world. I'm currently wearing a hoodie that has been in this world longer than my little ones have been in this world. That's not, well, my hoodie's cool, but the fact that baby and kids food at the grocery store has been in this world longer than our little ones have been in this world is not cool, and it is not the quality nutrition our kids deserve. Little Spoon makes everything fresh and uses absolutely nothing artificial. It's just like homemade, all delivered to your door and ready in seconds. Pop your meals in the fridge or freezer and use them when you're ready. It's that easy. 2 times that Little Spoon has just absolutely saved our hide. I've mentioned before, we go to Descanso Gardens. This is a place that we love to go. And I brought these Little Spoon smoothies with us. And my kids always want a snack when we're sort of not near the snack area there. And I gave them the Little Spoon smoothies, and they loved them. And now every time we go, that is what they want. It's a snack. They associate the two. And then the other time we came back from vacation, we've gone on like one vacation in the last many years, but came back and I had Little Spoon meals and so we had like an empty refrigerator except for these Little Spoon meals. And I was able to just pop them in the microwave, and they were so delicious, and it like the kids were hungry, and it was so great that I had them there, and they were delicious and nutritious, and I felt good giving them to the kids, and it was just it made things so much easier. And the best part is the price is right. With kids meals under $6 and baby food and smoothie snacks under $3, makes trying Little Spoon easy. Make this year's chaos a little more manageable with time-saving, delicious, and healthy meals and snacks you can feel good about. Enter Best Friend 50 at checkout to get 50% off your first Little Spoon order. That's 50% off your first Little Spoon order with the code BESTFRIEND50 at checkout. All right. Let's see. Jenna.
Yeah.
You have a big old show coming up, don't you?
Yes.
Tell me about it, please.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you. We are heading to Daniel's home state, Arizona, September 17th, just a couple days from now, and filming a comedy special, my comedy special. And it's going to be at the Chandler Center for the Arts in Chandler, Arizona, which is very close to Phoenix, very close to Gilbert, Mesa, that whole area, Scottsdale. So come on out if you're in Arizona, because we have some tickets left, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be filmed. It's going to be a cool production. The show is great. I've been performing it all summer. It's really funny. I mean, like, really, this is my best show. Hands down, best show for real. And we have a discount code if you want to get tickets, because we love Allison and we love Allison listeners. So, Al, what's the discount code?
Jenna 50.
50% off.
50. Jenna 50.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
you get 50% off, because we want Allison Rosen listeners there.
We do.
Because they're the best.
Because they are the best.
I want Allison Rosen listeners there. Go. Look, I can't go. I'm Burbank bound.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it
Right.
sound like I'm headed to Burbank, but I mean like I'm bonded to Burbank. Like I'm stuck in Burbank. But you guys go. Be my proxy. Tell Jenna I sent you. Use
right.
the code Jenna50. Okay, so the code is Jenna50, but where do they go with it?
Yes. So it's Ticketmaster. So you can just search Jenna Kim Jones on Ticketmaster.com. And there's 2 shows, because we're going to do 2 takes, 5:30 show and 8:30 show. And I'm telling you, it's going to be so fun. It's going to be a blast. And Al will be there, so you can see Al.
I have to earn my executive producer credit.
That's right.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
So come on out, please. We would love to see you there. And we would love for it to be a full house. So we just want to see you there. So this Saturday, 5:30 and 8:30, September 17th, Chandler Center for the Arts, Jenna 50 to get 50% off tickets, which is like a screaming deal.
That's like more than half, right?
It's like half. Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting. Are you flying or are you driving the RV?
We're flying. Just Al and I. It's going to be a whirlwind weekend.
Yep.
I'd say it's like a romantic date weekend, except I'll be in my head the whole time. So he's it's going to be It's going to be
I
a
would
weekend.
say we're going to have a solid 5 hours after the show before we get on the plane home. So it's great. I can't wait.
And Al
Now-
will have a little bit of time to explore Chandler.
I lived in a hotel in Mesa, Arizona for like 3 months once, and it was a time of my life. And
I don't believe
I
it.
got to see the superstition. Was it Superstitious Mountains? I don't know.
What?
Superstition Mountain
The
Range.
superstitions, I think.
Yeah,
Wait,
superstitions.
Is this when? What happened? There was like a CD that you bought, and there's a very vague memory of a story that you told not too long ago. I really should remember it more clearly. There was like a CD, and you decided you were going to become a certain kind of guy.
Yeah, that was a separate trip to Sedona.
Oh yeah, and what was
Yeah,
the deal?
Yes.
Sedona is like,
That's different.
you know, yeah, when you go to Sedona, who even are you? You find a new person, and you walk in, and the Spanish flamenco music talks to you, and you go like, $28 for the CD? I'll pay it. And my parents bought like $1,000 vase
Oh
and
right.
shipped it to the house, and we're like, what are we going to do with this vase? But we just like, we're those people now. So,
Yeah. It's magical.
But
yeah, no,
Chandler,
Mesa.
not so much.
No, yeah, Mesa. I
Mesa.
lived next to a Bass Pro Shop, and I was homeless and working at a hospital there, and I just lived there. And then every 14 days they'd have to come in and inspect my room so that I wasn't like cooking crystal meth or something.
Yeah.
That
And
sounds about right.
after we got married, he was still going to Arizona because he still hadn't switched jobs, and
Oh,
he was
yeah.
in this old job, and he was like, "Come with me," because I hadn't. I mean, I like had no life. Right when we got married, because we moved straight to California. I didn't have any connections, job. I was like, "What am I doing with my life?" He's like, "Come with me to Arizona. It'll be awesome in August. It'll be so fun." And I like go, and we're in this hotel, and he's gone all the time, and it's like 400 degrees outside. I went outside because I didn't realize like how hot it was. And I went outside. I'm like, I'll just go by the pool. It can't be that hot. I lasted like 42 seconds, maybe. I'm like, I'm dying. I had nothing to do. It was not glamorous. I'm like, this is a work trip. I am out. This is what you do on your trips. Boring.
Come stay at my Arizona estates.
Yeah, when we went to Tucson for the like 2.5 glorious days before we all got COVID, I looked at the weather and I'm like, hey, it's going to be under 100. It's going to be in the 90s. And Daniel's mom's like, you're beginning to sound like a Tucsonian, or is that what they call it? Tucsonian? Tucsonan. Yeah.
Tucsonan.
Because I was actually excited that it was going to be under 100. I'm like, it's cooling off.
There are
yeah, I guess
there are some really wonderful places in Arizona, and then there's Phoenix.
everything you say has like a special tang to it with those glasses on.
I can't
Yeah, a lot
help
more
it.
zing. Yep.
I can't help it.
You're so zingy.
I'm zingy. They do make it. Well, these are zingy brands. Sunglasses.
You're like Howard
There's-
Stern Jr. over there.
Yes.
Something about growing up in Chicago, though, Arizona has a like romanticism, I think, to people from the Midwest,
Yep.
and it might have to do with Cubs and spring training.
Mhm.
But there's like very much like when you in high school, if like the kid was like having a tough time, they'd go to Arizona for like a week, and they come back and be like, I'm reset, I'm good to go
Really?
now. Yeah.
What happened in Arizona?
I don't know. There might be a lot of
scorched out of
rehab
you.
clinics.
Yeah, the
Is there,
sun
like-
fried your brain.
Is this some kind of like, camp
Outward
they're making
bound?
kids
I
go
think
to?
There's a number of those. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's magic in the desert mountains. Something. I don't know. Something about it.
It is really interesting.
so.
I had not spent a lot of time. Daniel has a lot of affection for Tucson.
Not
I
just
had
Tucson, but yes.
for Arizona, except
Lots of-
for what, Daniel?
Let's not get carried away. Lots of places in Arizona. Arizona is a place of contrasts. So there's like some places I will not defend, but there is a lot that I will. Sorry, go ahead.
Daniel clearly has strong feelings for Arizona, which if I try to explain them, he will correct me. So I'm just going to allow it to remain vague. But anyway, Daniel has feelings about Arizona. I do not have a lot of knowledge of Arizona or feelings about it. Daniel's mom lives in Tucson. Actually, both his parents live in Tucson. And I've never really like gotten the whole Tucson thing. I just don't get it. And the fact that I don't get it is like a thorn in Daniel's side.
It is
but when
not.
It is. But when we don't listen to him, it is. But when we went there, I really it's beautiful. I didn't quite and I felt like I kind of get it. Like I'm beginning to get it. I'm beginning to get the mysticism of it and like why people might go there and what appeals to them about it. And I'm realizing that I don't have a point.
Well,
I just started this sentence without a point.
What
Go
you
ahead,
describe as
Daniel.
a thorn in
Oh,
my
boy.
side about it or whatever is because we went down once
Oh, here we go.
for Thanksgiving. I was like, hey, Allison, why don't you see where I grew up? Go to Tucson. And then 24 hours later, you're like, get me the fuck out of here. Get me out. I'm going to be there for 4 days. I think we stayed 2. He's like, now, out. And so it was like, I feel like, I don't feel like it was quite the exposure to Tucson, maybe that, or whatever. I mean, I don't care. I'm not defensive. You know, you'll meet a person from Boston. Sorry. You'll meet any person from Boston. And you say like, hey, Boston, I don't know. And they fucking defend it to the end. I won't do that. Like, if you don't like Tucson, that's
Sure.
fine. But I just didn't feel like you gave it a fair shake. Also, it was a little annoying that we had to leave early. I'm just going to say. The circumstances weren't great for you, but it wasn't great. So that's the thorn in my side about it.
Goodness.
So yeah. So okay. So let me just
Okay.
make sure I understand. There's not a thorn in your side. Not a thorn in your side, or there is one.
It's like
Perhaps-
it's not in his side. It's like somewhere else.
In his
It's
heart.
like
There-
in his-
That's in his
There was
heart.
a
yeah, heart.
There was a
there
thorn-
you go.
Maybe in his back.
no. There was a thorn near my side. Side adjacent.
But he's definitely not hanging on to it. He's not thinking about it.
No, honestly, it was just whatever you detected was just me being sort of like, okay, you don't like Tucson, but I don't feel like you can really say you don't like Tucson. I feel the same way about LA. People come to LA and they come once and they say, I hate LA. And it's like, okay, you can't know LA if you just visit it. You got to live here for
Does
10
it-
years.
Does it bother you though when someone says something negative about LA?
The thing that bothers me about people who say it about LA is that they think it's a personality. Like, I don't give a shit if you don't like LA, truly. I don't care. But
That's not
they
true.
like want to wear it like it's like part that defines their character. Like, who gives a fuck if you don't like LA? I don't care.
But you do.
No, I'm annoyed at the people. I'm not annoyed at the fact
At
of
the
them
opinion.
not liking LA. Do you understand the difference?
Yeah, it's part of their identity.
Yeah, like I don't
Right.
care. Like what you like, don't like what you don't like. I don't care. But why you gotta like make it a thing?
I think I actually have 2 brothers that live in Arizona.
Oh,
So, little history of my family.
look at you.
So my one brother manages a large shopping mall there, and my other brother is in the Department of Homeland Security. So
Whereabouts?
he is in like Douglas or something like that. I think it's over
Near
down-
there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Douglas.
it's like that
Wow.
area, way
Yeah, it's
down.
like maybe an
south.
hour from the border because it's
I know Douglas.
you have to do like he does like drug interdiction and then also human trafficking and all that.
He's
kind of stuff.
he's in human trafficking.
He's
Yeah.
he's against it.
He's against it.
Yeah,
tries
for
to
against.
stop it. I guess
For
Yeah.
or against. Yeah.
Good.
No, he'll call me and be like, "I'm about to jump into a helicopter. We're going to chase down this drug person that we flipped." And I'm like, "My conference call ran over 5 minutes.
I
So-
stood
crazy.
stood for 2 hours today.
Yeah, I got a desk to stand because I've been sitting too much." So we have a similar life.
Yeah.
And where's your other brother?
He's in like Gilbert,
Mesa,
so
Gilbert.
Same
Oh,
area.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, he runs the Fashion Center Mall in Chandler, Arizona.
Yeah.
Fashion Center Mall. That
Yeah,
sounds fancy.
It's
very
pretty
nice.
fancy.
Very
Pretty
nice.
fancy.
shopping center.
So-
Mhm. Yeah.
So we're going to see family too.
The nicer places around Phoenix tend to be just very resorty. They're kind of like I don't know, Palm Springs ish maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a fan.
So Tucson is the what other spots in Arizona do you love? You have Tucson, and then what else? The Grand Canyon.
Well, I love the desert. I love the Sonora Desert. I love like Southern Arizona is great. I love Northern Arizona, Flagstaff, Sedona, Jerome. It's all really neat. It's a beautiful state. The White Mountains, Grand Canyon. I mean, the state's gorgeous. It's fun to travel around and just sort of see all the small towns and the history. It's really just Phoenix. Fucking just the worst.
Speaking of hating a place and making it your identity.
No, it's not my identity. It's just
Yeah.
It's just you know.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Totally.
It's hot and dusty, and there's everyone is rude and
when
arrogant.
you fly there, it's very bumpy because it's too hot.
Yeah, it's
a lot of turbulence on landing.
But if you're from Phoenix, I love you. You're great. You're the exception.
Always. Yeah, all those people coming to my show.
Yes. So wait, I have a question, a home question. You guys poured concrete, right?
Yeah.
And made a patio?
Yeah.
Do tell. Because we did some concrete early in our moving in as well.
Oh my goodness, you guys. This is pretty exciting, actually. So this has been a year journey because we had to cut like trees first. Al was out there with his axe just going at, he didn't really. We had some professionals come in and remove insane trees that were about to fall on our house. We got those cleared out. Then we planned this patio. It took a while to get that going. Last week they came, poured the concrete. And as they're pouring it, Al goes out there to talk to them. And they're like, this is going to be great. It needs a full 24 hours before anyone could step on it. And then you should wait. This was on a Thursday. And then they said you should wait till Tuesday. Or maybe it was Friday. Was it a Friday?
Yeah, it's Friday.
It was a Friday. So they poured it on Friday. They said, don't walk on it at all till tomorrow, late afternoon. And then on Tuesday, if you could drive over, it'll be so strong.
Oh, no.
And they said, but also, just so you know, you have a lot of deer tracks in your yard, so don't let the deer walk through it tonight.
How?
You should
I'm like,
supposed to
send a
what?
memo.
And
Like put some posters on those trees, like, "Hey, deer!" Like
circle and a slash.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
do you do?
I said, well, I could put some caution tape out, and they go, oh, they'll just jump over that, then they'll push
that
harder
actually
down
makes
on the
them
cement.
that makes them more mad. So don't put caution tape around it. That makes
piss
them
them
more
off.
angry.
Yeah.
Really.
And they said,
That's
if it
what they
happens,
said.
if it happens, we could probably come over and brush it out, but it would have to be the next day. And I go, like, it's a holiday weekend. You're not going to. And they go, oh, yeah, no, we wouldn't come back till Tuesday then. And I'm like, okay, so I'm basically, you've poured this concrete and now I'm screwed. And
You've poured concrete, and we have so many deer. I mean, like,
yeah.
her
roll through.
families walk through our yard. They sleep in our yard, and we're like, we didn't know we were going to have to like stay up all night and shoo deer away. What are we doing? So
What's
Al,
different, though?
What?
What's different is
AR-15.
we poured concrete when I was a kid, and I begged my dad to write my initials in it, and he refused. And I've always held that against him. But when I paid for this concrete and we poured it, I will choke the life out of anyone who dares touch this concrete. Like
I know.
Because it's the patio. You want it to look right.
I really thought this was going in a different direction.
No, I was like, absolutely. So I got like militant on it.
Yeah.
And went to Home Depot.
Oh.
I got the spray, everything.
What, deer repellent?
Al
yeah.
went into like full Al research determined mode. And I'm like, okay, everybody back away. Dad's doing his thing. Everyone just calm down. It's going to be okay.
And that's not going to just piss them off more? The
No.
deer seeing you doing all this, they're going to be like, we're going to fucking get this guy.
I just
This-
scared him down.
It's like, it's even better.
Do they make like giant traps, like the giant version of those termite traps? Like giant ones of those, but for
Oh, yeah.
deer. Like a
Yeah,
giant
It's a
yeah.
big
pit.
mousetrap. It's like Mousetrap, the game that comes down and goes.
They have a picture
Or
of
like-
like a sexy deer in a different direction, and it moves them. moves them away.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is like Al. This is Al with a mission. Al on a mission here. He disappears to Home Depot. I'm like, I don't know when we're going to see Dad again. It's okay, kids. He still loves us. It's fine. We poured concrete. It's a whole thing. Nobody go outside. So he disappears. He comes back, and I'm getting the kids ready for bed. And I'm like, I don't know what he's doing out there, but it is busy. And I come outside after getting the kids down. And he has made us look like the lunatic neighbors. I am just amazed. The entire perimeter, he's put a huge string around the entire perimeter of our yard. And then every foot, he's wrapped tinfoil around it. Hanging large pieces of tinfoil
Are they
around
afraid
the
of foil?
entire yard.
Yeah.
Then
so what I did is I made long sheets and I crunched the top and then it would hang. So it kind of rumble and it's reflective. And I bought all these random lights
all
over
over
put them
the yard.
outside and shown them on the tinfoil. So it sparkles all night long.
It looked like we were the people the aliens are coming.
Yeah.
Come land in our yard, please. And so then he did all this. He worked so hard and then he waited. And
I also sprayed.
oh yes, deer
What
repellent.
is the spray?
Oh, it's so
you attach
disgusting.
it to a hose and you spray your whole lawn and it basically
God.
smells like dog or wolf pee
It looks like it smells
it's
like
to
urine.
scare them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smells horrible.
It's disgusting. So,
yeah, we had to evict some raccoons, and they used something like that, and it was smelled like a mixture of I don't know, cheese and scrotum or something. I don't know.
It was
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
so gross. So then he waited, right? He's looking out the windows. He's watching for these deer. They are not going to do anything to his yard. So next thing I know, a family of deer come up to the tin foil. And they stare at it. One of them kind of runs into it and is all ticked off. And they genuinely do get mad. They're stomping their hooves, trying to get past the foil. But no, Al is a hero. And not one of those deer jumped that rope because they were
blinked.
scared to death of that tinfoil.
Good job, Al.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Al, and Home Depot.
That's all it took.
And then
It was
we
just-
got
you
Dad
have to
back.
get-
He came back to us.
You have to
He
think
was
like a deer.
fine. It all worked out. Happy ending. The kids.
You just have
Slept
to outdo
well.
their crazy.
Depends
That's
on
the
what kind
trick.
of pack leader you are.
Exactly. Exactly.
And no initials in the concrete.
No,
No, he
thank
wouldn't do
goodness.
So now, are
Thank
you going to do
goodness.
stamped concrete or just
No,
flat
it's
brush?
like a big patio.
We made a
concrete pad.
huge patio so that we could put furniture out there if we wanted, and then you could actually park two more cars on it if you
Yeah.
wanted.
Okay.
Because our driveway was pretty narrow, and we just felt like it's so tight. We needed some more breathing room on this area.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks so good. I'm we've already gone out there a million times. The kids love it. It's so great. But it was a whole saga, and I was very concerned that
I'm just depressed that I cared so much about it. I feel like that's the sign of getting older. You care about really weird, silly things.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
not
don't
that
know.
silly. Yeah.
It's like you're a homeowner. I get it.
Yeah.
You want it to be nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm
now,
just
how do
his
you feel
passion.
about your dad vetoing you writing in the cement? Do you understand him and forgive him now?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Have you told him?
Oh, yeah. I tell him all the time. I'm like, and he because they live close to us. And so we have a lot of time to do house projects together and stuff
They
like
work
that.
all the time together
Yeah.
on stuff.
Oh, that's so
And
cute.
so, I understand now why he was always yelling at us when we were at the hardware store with him, shoving our brothers into the aisles and trying to climb into stuff, and he'd just constantly yell at us. And it's like, well, it's because we were being buttheads. So, what can you do?
I think it's time to say hello and welcome to the new patrons.
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Patreon. I'd just like to let everyone know that there's many, many Patreon bonus episodes with Jenna and at least Al, there's probably more than one with you, right? Or is there just one?
I think just the one.
Maybe there's just
I think,
one.
yeah.
And I think that I was holding baby Elliot the whole or he was sleeping next to us though. I remember there was a baby
Yeah.
there.
Aw.
Yeah, you came over and we did it at the old place.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Might be time to do another one with you. And then also we have multiple Patreon bonus episodes or just one with Jeff?
I would
Is there
say
just one?
Multiple.
multiple. Yeah.
I think there's multiple. Yeah, like lots of old drops, old unused Allison drops.
Oh yeah.
You
that
guys,
was
it's a cornucopia. And if you sign up, you get all the back stuff. So it's fun. And then, of course, tons with Cool Guy Daniel. Hello and welcome to Andrew Hunt. Yes, that Andrew Hunt. Hello and welcome to Paul Porter. He is at the texting level. Hello and welcome to Michael Antonelli. And hello and welcome to Jessica Burris. Hope you are all enjoying your Patreon access. Again, patreon.com/Allison Rosen. You guys, this has been delightful. I feel like perhaps I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what it is. So, go see Jenna's show.
Yay!
September 17th, Chandler, Arizona. Use that code Jenna50. Check out my Monday show with Ryan Bailey. He hosts a podcast called So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey. And we talked about all sorts of stuff, including this move the celebrities are doing where they're bleaching their eyebrows. Celebrities, what are you doing? And also all sorts of other fun stuff.
Bleaching their eyebrows.
Yeah, like Kim Kardashian.
Kim
has bleached her
Kardashian.
eyebrows.
What?
Yeah.
She
I would
looks
just
like
like
a
to-
cartoon character. Yeah.
I would just like to apologize to Jenna, who is having this show in Chandler, and then I just shit all over Chandler.
You shit on Phoenix.
It's fine.
Don't listen to me, people. I'm a knucklehead. Go. There's tons to do in Phoenix. It's a huge city, for God's sake.
It's going to be a great show.
It's going to be
Yeah.
a great show.
Go for the show.
Go for the
That's right.
show.
Go
See
for the
Jenna
show,
in person.
people.
Prove him wrong,
Right.
people.
Yeah, tell me I'm a jerk.
Speaking of shows, The Vow and White Lotus are coming back
Oh my
October
God.
17th. I am quite excited. There will be lots of talk of that on Patreon, but probably also on the main show. And then also check out Upworthy Weekly and Childish, and follow me on social media at Allison Rosen on Twitter and Instagram. Jenna, where might we find you?
At Jenna Kim Jones, Twitter and Instagram, JKJ Comedy on Facebook, JennaKimJones.com, Ticketmaster.com, just all over the place. But definitely go to Ticketmaster, search Jenna Kim Jones, and come see me in Arizona.
Yes.
Hashtag no regrets.
Al, what about you?
I am at the #Al everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, but just check it out. I post once a year.
That's right. And you can hear Al and me on our podcast, which I forgot to plug. Couple Friends Podcast.
Get it. And they can hear about you guys reading Little House on the Prairie, right?
Oh,
Exactly.
my goodness. It's a whole thing.
I mean, I barely remember that book, but I saw the clip of you guys talking about maple candy in the snow, and even I remember that part.
Yes.
So, yeah. Daniel, what about you?
You can follow me at Daniel Quantz at Twitter and Instagram.
D-Quants on the Snappy.
Oh, God.
Cool as fuck.
No snappy anymore. I don't know.
And Jeff, what about you?
You can find me at Colonel Jeff Fox on Twitter. And if you want to hear an interesting podcast, you can listen to The Axe Files with David Axelrod. The guest this week, Representative Adam Kinzinger. So that should be interesting.
This has been so much fun, you guys. Thank you so much. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen Show?